Just, it was a great time, and then I have to admit, later on that night, I'm in bed, I woke up in the middle of the night and go, oh crap, what was I thinking? Are these people nuts? They're asking me to do this? I've never done anything like this before. So, so I ended up actually having to talk to these guys, and I wanted to ask them, why did you want me to perform this ceremony? I'm sure many of you are asking the same question, right? So I've never done anything like this. I wasn't even an ordained minister, but oh wait a minute. But I am. In fact, what's cool is I got 2 baptisms and a boat christening next week. So anyway, at this point, when we were chatting, I'm thinking, I have to be concerned because, we've had such a great time. I know they're friends with all of us, but we kind of have our little pod that we do things together all the time, and we have so much fun. There's so much love, and, just a great environment that we're in. I'm thinking, why would these 2 people screw everything up by getting married? I just didn't get it. So when I talked to them about it, James made it clear to me is that, we've been together for 11 years. As far as they were concerned, they were already married. They just wanted to get to a point where they just wanted to tie it all together, and they wanted to celebrate this with their friends and family, and they wanted me to do this just to kind of keep it more fun and loose. So we want everybody to have a great time, and when I screw up, I hope you. I've asked, by the way, John, you made sure all the rotten produce was collected at the door. So anyway, I have to admit, I still was a little concerned about this, and I wanted to find out if it was just me or do some of our friends share the same thing. Come on, these 2 golf balls are perfect together. They've, you can't think of one without the other. They kind of go together like, yeah, exactly. You're like Ken and Barbie. Only Ken's got a little white hair right now. So, when you think of one, you think of the other. It's kind of like, I don't know, spaghetti and meatballs or peanut butter and jelly. Which reminds me, I'm getting kind of hungry. What are we going to eat?
Hurry up with it.
So anyway, but marriage is really a big thing. Or, as the Donald would say, it's huge. This is doing some stuff for you guys. So I just wanted to ease my mind a little bit and kind of talk to some of our friends and get their thoughts on it. So I kind of went over to our friends Jesse and Judy, and I know Jesse, who's our boat captain that brought Cheryl in today. He and James are pretty close over these years, and I wanted to kind of get their thoughts about these guys getting married after all this time. So this is the part I have to read. Okay, so when I talked to him, Judy said that I love this. She said that the first year of living together is usually the toughest. And you guys already have 10 first years under your belt. So we know you really know each other, and your first year of marriage really should be easy at this point. Okay?
Well, you think so.
And then Jesse said that you guys are a perfect match together in both looks and values. Plus, who knows more about matching people up than Match.com? They have wishes for you too. And their wishes are, they wish you to have a very happy life and the strength to face life's challenges together with the gift of laughter every single day. That's Jesse and Judy. So,
I'll drink some.
I have the flask in the back. I thought, oh, what a nice sentiment. These kids say nice things about these guys, but I have to admit, they're still in their honeymoon stage themselves. They're newlyweds. He just got married just a few months ago, and, so they're still in their honeymoon gaga stage at this point. And besides, Judy is not known as the love fairy for a reason. So I thought, what do they know? I need to talk to somebody else and see what they think. So the next couple I talked to were our close friends, Don and Barbara. And these guys, really interestingly, they've been together. They were married at one time for 12 years. And then they grew apart, and they were apart for over 18 years before they got back together again. And what's really cool is these guys are going to get remarried on New Year's Eve this year. So that's really awesome. So we're very proud, and we're really happy about that. So what they said is based on their experience after getting married, then being apart for so long, only to reconnect again, that now they understand that the most important aspect of a happy, loving relationship is to know that you guys are with the right person. Which is important since James is really the only one that understands Cheryl's accent. So Barbara said it's also very important for you two to get married before you have another illegitimate litter of puppies.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was really important
That
for
was
them.
my thought.
Yeah. So their wish for you both is that you remember each and every morning that there's nothing more important than each other. I'd like to add that there's something that's probably equally as important is just to remember every night how awesome your friends are. So, but you know, after thinking about that, you know, I still wasn't convinced because, you know, Don and Barbara, they shouldn't have split up in the first place, you know, so I wasn't convinced that they really totally had the answer, so I had to go somewhere further. And I ended up talking to Brett and Heather, and I wanted to get their input on this. So, now the interesting thing about these two is that Brett and Heather, they're so young, and yet in a couple of weeks they're going to celebrate their 30th anniversary. Now, when you look at Heather, there's no way she looks like she's been married 30 years. She must have been married, and I'm convinced of this, when she was like 11 years old.
Yeah, really.
So, you know, and, you know, but you just can't beat those Tennessee weddings, huh, Brett? Yeehaw! Where's the white lightning? I heard his great-grandmother had the best time at that wedding. So, but Brett said that you two are already committed to each other. So it's only natural for you two to make the ultimate commitment to each other. And Heather said that you guys are a super cute couple, and that you clearly have great chemistry, and with each other, and which is very important in a long-term relationship. I would say those of us that know these guys over there, we could probably echo the same thing about the two of them too.
Yep.
So now their wish for you is that in your old age, which will be a long time down the road, that you can look back at your lives together and realize that your married years were as good, if not even better, than the 11 years that you had before. Okay, so very nice sentiment. So I'm getting somewhere. I'm starting to feel pretty good about this. Maybe I'm just alone.
It's all about you.
I figure if I get some point, you'll give me money for this. All right. I'm on my last couple. So, lastly, I decided I need to get a little bit more, just to kind of make me really feel good about you two getting married. So I talked to Pat and Oscar. Now, you know, these guys, they've been married for almost 60 years. 60 years, can you believe that?